Hello, hi, how are you all? Are you well? And we've got Patsy here saying hello. How are you, Patsy? Hi, are you okay? Good, good, good. Hi. Hi, everyone. Are you okay? Are you having a wonderful week? I hope that you are. And it's lovely to see you all. Hi, Sherry. Hi, how are you doing? A little bit later tonight than I normally schedule, but there we are. Life is busy and full of things that one has to do, and today's been incredibly busy. And it's my dad's birthday, so I'm going to wish my dad, he never watches this, but one day he might see it. Happy birthday, Dad. I did speak to you earlier, but just in case you watch this, have a wonderful day. Lots of love from us here. Okay. Oh, I'm doing good. Thank you. Oh, that's lovely, Patsy. I hope that you are well. I wonder if these comments are going to be able to be shrunk down a little bit better than they have been the last couple of weeks. Hi. Hello. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. So, have you all had a lovely week? Yeah? And have you got anything that you want to find out about? If so, you know what to do. Type Q and put your question immediately there. For those of you that are new, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. I do believe that tonight we are unable to put a notification into our normal sort of Facebook groups. Restream is saying they couldn't connect it, so we'll probably only be getting YouTube tonight. So we're going to go a bit shorter, soon as we are actually running later. It's quite late here, and we haven't eaten yet, so I had to just dive on and get myself all together and make sure that I was here for you all. So let's go for it. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Right. Let's move to Q. Okay, right. So there we go. Oh, yes, of course. Right, Patsy. So do you hurry up with your questions? I will only be here for a certain amount of time, as you all know, and make the most of the fact that YouTube is probably the main one tonight and not the Facebook. So, you know, you can get your question in nice and quickly because we won't have the same numbers of people. Not to worry about that. Okay. So, Patsy, guidance for October. Okay. Let's have a look for you. Big cards, and Minnie went straight through my finger yesterday, so I'm going to catch that with the cards because it keeps opening and then starting to make a mess all over the cards. Don't want that, so now you have to watch it. Hi, Sandra. How are you? We'll have a look for you as well. Okay, so right, Patsy. What's your star sign, darling? Remind me, if you want to pop your star sign in there, it's kind of helpful. If you do, it's not imperative, of course, but it's extremely useful. So, now look, we've got some lovely cards there for you. I feel that you are leaving behind the difficulties, the things that you have been struggling with, any failures that you've had on your hands are passing away from you. It feels as if the naivety of what was causing those problems, Patsy, is going away from you as we enter into October and leave the ninth month here of September. One thing's for sure is I feel that your intuition and anything of your guides or your ancestors or your spirituality is serving you incredibly well because you've got the Nine of Cups there, which is all about your happiness. So, in actual fact, it feels as if you've manifested what you've been wishing for. I would say it like that to you, and you've been guided towards it. The difficulties that you've been navigating was because you needed the experience. So, where things have been difficult, it's saying you haven't got that experience, but you were being guided even through that. You needed to be able to kind of learn the art of all of the information, as it were, you know. And now it feels as if in October you are getting some real sort of life help, people coming in here. Look, you don't owe them anything, they're just there to help. And sometimes that's the case, you know, sometimes people come in and we kind of go, gosh, you know, what do they want? They just want to actually invest in you and do what they can for you and get on their merry way because somebody did it for them. They're only too happy to actually, shall we say, pay that back, if you want to call it that, or do what's right. Okay, if they can help, they will. They won't be hanging around for long. They are somebody that will come into your life temporarily. They will do what they need to do, and when they can be no longer of any service to you, they are in a position then to be able to let you move on. It does feel to me as if there is the possibility of travel coming up here. And if there is anything connected with the industry of, shall we say, food, drink, hotels, travel companies, different cultures, that is where I feel that you are progressing in October 22. Okay, and that's all coming together. It feels as if you've been wishing for this. I'm actually turn my icon on off for a minute. Let's see. Just want to see. Capricorn, your Capricorn, Moon Libra and Rising Gemini. Wonderful combination. Hi, Marcel Higgins. How are you? What a beautiful thing to say. Marcel, just make sure that you type Q, then put your question in there, please. And just put Q and a bit like Sherry's done it here and Sandra. Yeah, boom, Q, and then I can switch over to here. So there's nothing Capricorn coming in the cards here. We've got the High Priestess, we've got the Fool, we've got Temperance card there. So there's nothing to suggest that, okay? You've got some bits and pieces going on here that are not so earthy, but you've manifested it, and it's to do with connecting with the other side of yourself, okay? So Patsy, I actually feel this is really good for you. Celebrations, happiness, things that you've been wishing for, things that you felt guided towards, driven to do, even if it's been difficult, even if you've had to navigate. Don't worry about this. This is a funny old image for the old Six of Swords there. That's a card of actually having somebody come in to actually give you that help that you actually need, to give you maybe that communication, to give you those ideas. But it's then going to be down to you. They're going to kind of come in, be the vessel, as it were, and then kind of over to you. And it's like, right, I hope that's okay. We're off now. And that's what I've got. All right. So anyone else watching, if you want to actually have a reading, do type Q. Okay. We're not going through our normal channels. I don't think LinkedIn was connecting tonight. Nothing to do with me. It's to do with Restream. It needed to actually be reconfigured, so we normally go through there. We go through Twitch. I think that's okay. And I've got 2 YouTube channels. Okay. One's just a newbie one, as in for the tarot readings, etc. So if you're watching from there, you're welcome, and lovely to have you along. So, Victor, next. Okay, I hope that helped, Patsy, and it's absolutely wonderful to see you. You can hear the doggies kind of giving their sort of 10 penneth there. They've been a bit neglected today in the sense that we've been really busy, and they are probably just wanting a little attention. They've had their walk though, which is why I'm going to touch later. So, Victor, will your YouTube be successful? Wow, good for you. Okay, let's go for this. So, Victor, I actually feel that I really want to use another deck with you. Let's go in. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, there's not many questions tonight. Might be a quick one then, if that's we seem to have people watching. Don't be shy, just come and type your question. Quite happy to answer your question. That's what this is all about. Chance to have some guidance from the cards to help you along. Okay, how exciting, Victor. Okay. Victor meets Sandra, and Sandra, so, you know, absolutely gorgeous to have you along. Sandra's joined us quite recently and done some of the courses, and she knows tarot as well. Victor's been doing a little bit on the courses too. So if you're interested in learning about tarot, please go on to tarotcourses.online, where you can find out more about how to read the cards to the point of actually being a professional. Why? Because I've always taught it at that level, and you know, it's important that you know that I've got a lot of experience and leading a team of a lot of psychics, mediums, tarot readers, etc. So I know exactly the struggles that readers can have. So using this method, go and have a look. Okay, all will be revealed in there, and I'll be doing a video all about that again at the weekend. So look out for that, where you can learn a little bit more. So, will your YouTube channel be successful? Well, in actual fact, I actually feel that it's beginning to be already. Why? Because I feel that the communication here, it feels as if the communication that you're giving to people is something that's going to be a bit original, okay? And something that I actually feel that you've just got to be yourself. Don't try and do what other people do. I know, we all do, okay? But really and truly, you'll find your way. You need to be yourself, and it will be successful, Victor, because you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Now it's saying, pick something that you're comfortable with, confident with, and go for it, okay? Don't try and bring in too many bits and pieces, all right? Really, 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 that's the main sort of thing to remember. You are probably getting a little bit of help, okay, because we've got the Tower there, and we've got, again, the Six of Swords, different deck, and we've got the same card here. In this way, it feels here as if the kind of people that you've got are a different community, okay? And I also feel that you're going to be in charge of it. You've got to be the boss, the authority. The reason you've got the Emperor and the Four of Wands is saying this is you in control of it, and you've got to be grounded in what you're doing. So in a way, I think what could go wrong if you're not careful here is to be too scattered, to try and do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you know, whatever. Go with you, okay? Quality rather than quantity, and it will be successful. It came up immediately. It's actually in action already, okay? I think you know what you're doing. I think you've got a lot of experience in communication and being in communities. I actually feel that this is feels more as if, I'm going to say this in the way that the cards are actually trying to give you that information, which is having the right people in small numbers is successful. Having too many of the wrong people is not successful. Do not make it about numbers. Make it about your community. Okay? Make it about the fact that people love what you're doing, and it's yours. You're in charge. Now, the difference is, Victor, that I feel that you've been joining things before. You know, you've joined a group, or you've joined in with something, or you've kind of tagged along into a community. And this time, that's not the case. You're actually running the show and going, this is how it is. And if you don't like it, gosh, I can't please all of the folks all of the time. Terribly sorry about that. But I'm going to stick with what I'm doing, because there's people out there that actually like this. There may be small numbers, there may be big numbers, but they'll find me. And yeah, and it's going to take time. By the way, you must be regular. Okay, you must make sure that there's regularity, is what the cards are saying. Consistency, consistency. So don't post willy-nilly. You've got to kind of go, okay, I'm going to say I'm going to come on once a month, or once every 2 weeks, or whatever it is. Okay, so then people know what to expect. All right, my darling. So good luck with that, Victor. Hey. Okay, right. So, Sherry. Okay, okay. Let's put that there because um, this second, Sherry. Let's have a look for you. You're Cancerian, aren't you, darling? No, let's take notice of that one because it fell out. Okay, right. It feels as if October, okay, is a time of actually looking at being completely transparent and really and truly, what's driving this is your finances. You've got to stick because of your finances. You are not ready to make a complete leap and change into doing your own business. It's not enough to sustain it yet, even though you're juggling everything, okay? You know what it's like. Things come and go. It's a bit of a shake up here. I think that it's probably feeling a little bit unsettling. But I actually feel that to think about leaving would be the wrong thing to do, okay? Because you've got a whole history here, okay? Now, the problems, okay, I feel that you're kind of getting caught up or feeling that you're all being blamed. It's a bit like, one naughty kid, and unfortunately, then the whole class kind of gets detention. And it's like, well, that's kind of the feel that's going on. And to take offense at her, obviously I get it. It's like, and I'm a Cancerian too, and you feel it, okay? But you've got to kind of go, actually, nobody's going to push me out. This is, I need my bread and butter, I need my finances, and I'm not actually going to retaliate. I'm just going to sit here and kind of go, I can see what you're all doing. I'm planning to leave, but I'm going to go when I'm ready to go. I'm not going to be pushed. There's nothing pushing you, okay? The harassment that's going on here, okay, they're looking at the wrong people to harass. That's why we've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, based on the past, which is what the Judgment card is about, and the crossroads here, you need to stick with what you've got. I don't really moving unless you actually want to. Now, if you want to go, I feel that financially you should be making sure that everything is exactly as you want it to be. Okay, because with your finances, Sherry, you're not in a position here to be able to let some sort of authority or some sort of rules or regulations, or as you call it, harassment, push you out. There's no reason to. Okay? This is about you sticking with what you've got because of your money and you going when you're good and ready, which will be in, 18 months, 2 years. So simple as that, because you've got to have time to build it. And it doesn't matter how far away you are down the line, or even if everything's ready to go and it's a product ready to go, you know as well as I do, it takes a long time to actually, even with a finished product or a lot of money with deep pockets, to turn around and go, here I am. Okay? And you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. Okay? How is it? Well, it's not easy, okay? It's irritating, okay? And, it can feel heartbreaking to you. I do empathize, but you have got to turn around and go, you know what, I can't let my emotions drive this. If you're very unhappy, look around, but don't go until you've actually found something that equally replaces. And I feel that because of the history of how long you've worked there, all in these cards here, that could be, difficult to find something that would actually give you the money that you're looking for. Okay, and you're not ready to go on your own and go for your own enterprise and just be solo with just your own business. There's not enough money coming in yet. People don't know where to find you. Yes, when they know where to find you, that's fine. But we haven't got that at the moment. Okay, so it's up to you. But the Tarot's advice is you shouldn't be going anywhere. Okay, you need to kind of keep going. Nobody should be pushing you out, and they're not pushing you out. They're pushing the collective around, and you're just caught up in the collective and going, I shouldn't be part of this. And it's like, well, that's just how it is. Okay, and as I said, think of everyone's in detention because of one. And no, it's not right, but that says something about the people that are in charge, and they ain't happy either. I'll tell you that. Okay, so it is what it is, darling. Keep going is kind of the advice. You need the money, and you will be able to break free, but not yet. It's not time. Okay, right. Let's have a look, Sandra. Ta-da. Okay, so what does October have in store? Okay, I can't shrink this down. I'm sure that no, I'm just making it worse. So hold on a minute. Okay, let's pop that here. There is a new version of what I use that makes everything a little bit easier. But when I try to use it at the moment, I cannot multi-stream due to what they call the latency. So there's just not enough internet coming through, despite the fact that it's technical. Despite the fact I've got 70, it's turning around and saying, okay, we're using 24, and you haven't got 24, which I have, but there you go. So by going through Restream, it takes the kind of the strain off the internet so that we don't lose sort of some of the main things for the stream. So it's all kind of still in beta, and I want to swap that at some point. So, Sandra, what does it have in store for you? Okay, right. Okay, right. I feel that you are in some way battling with your daily routine. Okay, and your daily routine is linked to sort of wanting to work but being in a position of struggling a little bit. You will get there. This is temporary. Okay, so I'm going to say I feel that we need to pay attention to things every day in your routine. I think you need time to yourself. I think you need to stop struggling with issues of work because you've got the Hermit card there. Okay, you need to reconnect to something from your personal sort of world, something that you love and care about. Okay, Six of Cups, there is nostalgia. You need to reconnect with that, but you need time on your own to do it. And I feel that there's too much noise around, there's too many things that you're worried about. I think you need to turn around and go, gosh, do you know what? I need to sort of just go through it and ask that, all these kind of minor setbacks, which is what this is, will not matter in November. October looks as if it really is a case of struggling through to get the progress. And I also feel that it's almost as if you're finding it difficult. Stop trying to go back to the past, okay, is what the cards are saying. What you used to do, there's a better version. And whatever it is that you lost in the past or struggled with, whether it's to do with work or whether it's to do with your readings, it's kind of saying to you, you seem to be hell-bent on the fact that Knight of Swords is actually saying you're feeling you're not getting the messages clearly, okay? And the Fool is saying, you can't get your head around it. You're kind of going, I want to have that clarity. I want that communication. I want those messages back. I feel this is to do with your clairvoyance or your clairaudience. Clairaudience in particular, because Knight of Swords, communication, frustrations about not getting it. The Fool, what's going on? I don't like it. This is new for me. I'm going to say this really strongly. you need to keep going forwards with the new. You need to use what was there in the past when it kind of naturally or organically connects with you, and you need to forget about the past. You need to kind of say, look, what I used to do at work ain't happening now. Okay, it's all changed. All right, I'm wishing for it or being nostalgic about it or feeling upset about it isn't doing you any good. And you may have felt a little bit like, I'm sad, poor me. And I don't mean that as in, oh my God, I'm feeling sorry for myself, but you've got every right to kind of go, I feel abandoned. I feel that, I had all of this and now look at me struggling. And it's because you're going through a massive transformation for something that's tons better for you. And the quality of this, it's almost like you've took away your physical sort of side of things so that you actually work more in a scientific way and more in a way that is solo and more with, again, you're another one where I say to you, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And so October can be a struggle to accept that, but it's happening. And through October, you'll come out of it with victory and progress of going, you know what, I'm kind of glad that that kind of all sort of peeled away because this new skin fits me like a glove. And that's kind of what I've got going on for you. Okay. So, gosh, thanks ever so much, Sandra. I hope that helped. Okay. Right, Marcel, I will come to you in a moment. For now, I'm just going to take that off the screen. I'm going to have a glass of water and I'll come to Marcel Higgins next. Just before that, I will play this. It gives me a moment, just a reminder about subscribing to my YouTube channel. Right, thank you very much for that. Look at this. This is the kind of comment I absolutely love. Marcel, how wonderful are you saying that you were guided to this? Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love that. And I do believe you are, because normally a notification goes out into 6 or 7 places on Facebook, and it didn't tonight. So you were guided because there wasn't much there to tell you that was available. So how fabulous. So my darling girl, you're very, very welcome. May I make a suggestion that you do after the stream? Pop onto YouTube and go onto my channel, and if you subscribe and you press the bell, then you will be notified of any videos or any lives that you may be interested in, so you don't miss anything. Whee! Now we have a big flying card, and it fell on the floor. Okay, so we keep that there, and let's have a look at the guidance for you. Okay, right. I'm going to do it like that because they're bigger cards, and it's just habit how I actually put them out because of readings I do professionally throughout the course of the day. I want to keep that there as a bit of a significator and a clarifier, so keep that there. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I feel that you are waiting for some big form of communication, okay? Something is telling me that with what's going on with you, I actually feel that this is about career or a move or both, okay? And what I want to say to you, Marcel, is if you're waiting to move, anything that's been restricting you or worrying you, which is what that card kind of is, okay, card of worry. You've been missing the point, okay, and that's okay because we all do that. So, what do I mean? Okay, sometimes it stares us in the face, okay, but we can't see it. So, don't beat yourself up about that. You weren't meant to see it at exactly that time, which may sound a bit strange, but it's saying, hold on, hold on. You're about to jump somewhere here. And if it is a move, I actually feel it's the move that you want. I feel that you've not been able to find it, and I feel there's been reasons for that, but it's saying that the time is actually right now. Okay, now as we go into October, the 10th month, there, anything that's been oppressing you or actually making you feel that I feel that you felt a lack of nurture or a lack of support. I hope that makes sense to you, Marcel. Okay. This has been something of communication. It has been something in your thought process, and it's almost as if, despite all your wonderful intentions, you have felt a little bit abandoned or a little bit left out or a little bit forgotten. And I totally know what that might feel like. And just because you're spiritual doesn't mean that you're not human, okay? And I feel that you are incredibly spiritual. Your vibe is phenomenal. But I also feel that you're very gifted. And something here is actually saying you have something very important to say. We've got the journalist here, as in the Prince of Wands. We've also got the Princess of Wands, the dancer. So that kind of connects. Think of that. That's about putting a message out there to the public. And that's what I'm feeling you've been waiting for. I also feel there's a house move or some sort of modification of your home going on here. Now, also, it feels, again, you're another one where I feel that you will be, um, in some way, you've got to be the boss of what it is that you want. When I say you're another one, I mean, we're getting tonight that, look, this is about being authentic. You don't copy other people, you go with what it is you have. And people are going to love that. Okay, and you might go, oh, but other people are doing so much better and they've got this and they've got that. And, we make these comparisons and it makes us feel like, we're at the bottom of the heap and that we are not valued or we are not worthy or what are we doing wrong when we're putting our guts and our heart and soul and everything in. And I can see that you are. Okay, but the timing in October is everything that's been kind of holding you back or making you feel that you've not been nurtured is actually releasing. And as we go into Sagittarius, which is November, December, everything you've waited for is actually there for you. And why? Because you've already put it in motion. You've already been thinking it, feeling it, actualizing it. You've just not been getting the support to actually feel that the credibility is there. How do we value ourselves? Okay, we value ourselves in a monetary way or in a way of numbers, as in how many this or that and the other. It's a human thing to do. But in actual fact, if you can make a huge difference to one person instead of a tiny difference to a lot of people who kind of go, oh, great, thanks, and then kind of move on. Which one's best? The one that actually you help that is life changing. And I kind of say to you, I have something very important to say. I either feel it's via what you're writing or what you're saying or what you're singing, I don't know, dancing, acting, something like that. Yeah, there's a message coming from you. And there's part of this that makes me feel that, it's drama, it's entertainment, and that's what I want to say to you. I feel that that's kind of is a very strong vibe, and I feel it's a difficult industry. So what? I actually put a post today, very quickly, and I don't get time at all, and I just caught my eye, and it was Idris Elba, and on another platform, a tarot platform that I had for, gosh, 13, 14 years. I founded that platform. I used to do celebrity readings. I mean, I do read for some celebs, but it's nobody's business but mine and theirs. But I used to kind of pick somebody and I would kind of do, Gordon Ramsay or Idris Elba or Rick Mail or whatever it was, Felicity Candle, blah, 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 blah. Did all of those. Not, I did a reading for us to know a little bit about what's going on in their sort of cards for the month of X. I've done that for years, and then I kind of like, well, it's kind of hard to actually keep doing the same thing. So I switched gears and went into live. So what I am trying to say to you is, Idris Elba actually said in his post today, which is why I caught my eye, because I've done a reading for him, even though he doesn't know it probably. I did that a long time ago. He said, listen, if I get rejected for something, it's not right for me. It's going to be tons and tons and tons of different things that aren't right for me. And the right thing will find its way to me. And when it does, there'll be a ton of them. And I won't be able to be available for all of them. It's just how life is. But I will know that I'm guided to pick the right one. And I just thought, I really like you. He's a man of substance. So, I'm just sharing that with you. And that's what this channel is all about. Sharing. Yeah. Okay. Right. Marcel, it was so lovely to have you. I do hope you join us and kind of come in and say hi. And, if you need a reading, do what you need to do. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. So I'm going to make Anne-Marie the last one. So we have Sweet Fairyish. Okay, so Anne-Marie will be the last one. We'll see that coming up. So Sweet Fairyish, I'll move that up a little bit there. Anyone coming in my life? Romance. Okay, let's have a look at that for you. How are you doing, Sweet Fairyish? I know that I can't see your response right now, but I will look at it later, as you know that I do. Okay, so always lovely to meet new people that find us on our live streams. And again, I'm lucky. It's the kind of people. Okay, right, my darling. Okay, the cards are not absolutely responding to the fact, gosh, I don't know why my camera seems to be zoomed as much as that. Let me just check that back. That's a bit better. Not quite right. Should be there. Okay, sorry, folks. How things, it's like little gremlins come along and sort of mess about with the settings. And even though I check them before I come on, boom, it's never always as you leave them. As anyone that uses Ecamm will tell you, which is what I use to stream, as well as restream. Okay, right. Sweet Fairyish, there's nothing to absolutely say that it's somebody brand new. Why? I haven't got the full. Okay, I'm telling you that categorically. Okay, however, okay, we haven't got anyone that's kind of coming in from the past, because we haven't got the Hermit, we haven't got the Six of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of different, Three of Swords. There's nothing like that kind of that talks about the past, which is what those are about. Incidentally, if anyone's interested in knowing a little bit about that, keep watching my series where I will show you how you look for somebody new directly, and how you look for the people from the past, or somebody coming back in, and all that kind of thing. I can teach you all of that. Okay, that's coming up in my tarot workshops, my series that I'm doing at the moment, which is kind of pairs. Okay, so if you're interested in that, please do tune in. And make sure that you subscribe and press the bell, because I'm not quite sure when I'm going to actually load that particular video. Okay, so what it is showing is the fact that there is somebody special around you. Okay, but I feel that there are difficulties. That person actually really has some serious emotional feelings for you. So there's someone around you. You're saying new. There's nothing to suggest it's new. We haven't got a full reading out either. Okay, so with just the few cards I have, I can't particularly answer that for you. All I can say is, with what we've got out on the table here, which is currently, okay, the situation, it's saying that there's somebody around you that I feel is connected with your work, that I feel that is in some way maybe a mentor or a boss, or you're part of a group or a team, that I actually feel there's a bit of a hold up here. Okay, and you're almost getting a bit disappointed and going, oh, well, there's nothing happening here. There is. Okay, maybe I really feel it's somebody that you are connected with work, okay, because of this, or someone that's mentoring you or teaching you or guiding you in some way. You know, that's what I say to you. And I feel that maybe you're going, oh, it's not taking off. Why? Because we've got this Five of Cups, missed opportunities or disappointments. It's still there. So I can't describe it as some from the past, somebody coming back, somebody new. I feel it's somebody that's around you. That's the difference. Okay? Will new things happen? Yes, that's the difference. Okay? So there's a new opportunity with somebody around you. Don't think that's it. It's not. Okay? And yeah, I do feel that this is somebody that's focusing on you, and it feels as if this is what you are looking for. Looking for somebody that's grounded, somebody that's sincere, somebody that you actually admire, what they think, what they feel, what they say. And I feel that you're seeing that almost every day, which is, there's a lot here that makes me say that, you know, this person's really worked. Okay. All right, my lovely. Thank you so much for that. Right. I'm going to play this and then I will do the next one. Let's get that off the screen and here we go. Welcome to tarotcourses.online, where you can also have a live webinar reading with me. So all you have to do is click upon the appointment time that suits you and choose your reading, whether it's for 60 minutes or whether it's for 30 minutes. Here's a little bit about me, telling you what you will get from having a reading with me and the background effects of where I come from and why you should choose a reading with me. It's always a privilege to read for a client, and I specialise in tarot readings using a unique method that provides in-depth answers to the questions being asked. You can contact me on the website by using my chat box here, where I can answer any questions, or into my WhatsApp. So as your reader, I'm here to remove any confusion you feel in your mind and provide answers that make your way forwards easy and crystal clear. Welcome back. So, thank you for watching that. If you want a reading with me. So, seashells, you put general for September and then you kind of corrected it and gone, you prefer it was for October. I get that, no problem. So, let's do that for you. Okay. I was shuffling while you were watching that so that there was nothing here to waste time. And we can all just know. But that's what I did. I used a different deck and shuffled, thought about what you were saying to me for October. Okay, so general for that. I feel that with some relationships that there's going to be some changes. Okay, I think that any difficulties that you've been sort of navigating in relationships, and I'm talking about friendships, family, romance, all of those. Okay. It feels to me as if we're cutting away from some of the difficulties. I feel that you're almost decluttering. You know, this feng shui was what I was going to say. It's almost like you're clearing out with the old and keep what's important and just make this tighter, smaller, sweeter, and Yeah, you don't want to be restricted by the past. And I feel that, there's people swimming around in the soup here in October where you just go, "Oh, yeah, forget it." And it's not because you're falling out, it's just a feeding. And when you don't actually do the same that you've been doing with them, around them, um, quite simply, um, they'll just fade away because they're not getting what they want. And I think you've been the person to moderate or to accommodate or to be the peacemaker. No, okay. It's also showing that I feel that there are changes with anything here to do with um, relationships that are important to you. And it feels as if you're driving to spend more time or quality time people that you love and care about the most. Spreading yourself too thinly, that's what I think has sort of got to give. And actually, I didn't choose to do that. It's a bit like we went out last week and I said, okay, that'll do me until next year. And I mean it. It will. You know, um, I've got no plans to kind of repeat that. Why? It was fabulous. It was exhausting. It's like, oh, gosh, done this. That's fine. It's lovely, but you know what? There's other things I want to do. So this took up too much of my time, my week. Whatever it is that it's been affecting you. Please just turn around and put yourself first, and the people that are quality again. It's about making it small. It seems to be a bit common tonight, that even though we've got different cards, that's kind of what I'm feeling. Um, Something to do with the moon. Venus is up there. If you have a look in the sky, you'll see that bright light shining there. Feel valued. And when we feel valued, it's because we feel that people are thoughtful in some way, and we need to feel that. If we don't feel it, proving what? We all do it. It's human, but it's painful to actually go, gosh, I'm disappointed. I think that stop expecting to meet yourself. Okay, what you do and what other people will give you and what you're expecting. And it's not because I did X and tit for tat and want Y. It's just that you actually want a little bit of thoughtfulness. You need to feel that somebody's being thoughtful. And if that's not happening, time time to rethink, time to reshuffle, re-navigate, all of that. And so it's saying you're on a new path by actually having, look at that, the gourmet chef. This is talking about slowly, slowly. Gosh, realise that's not that easy to see. So yeah, okay. The new, what everything's based upon is taste everything and eat nothing. What it means, quite simply, is I've not quite decided what it is I want to do yet, so let me try that. Not sure. Hold on. Yeah, I am. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, right. Okay, I've selected. Okay, no. Oh, thank you. Yes, please. That's what's coming in, and it will make life easier. If you look at that, when we go for sort of some sort of fancy cuisine, it's always quite sort of clean and obvious. One of the biggest things that I was taught when we were doing psychic development way back, to actually study and train with a group in a classroom solidly for 3 years with people. We did psychic training, we did clairvoyance, clairaudience, meditation, chakras, balancing, crystals, runes, I Ching, and the tarot for 3 years, beginners, intermediate, advanced. And um, one of the key points to learn any psychic development was actually saying to somebody, okay, have a look at them over there. Okay, look at that person. What would you give them to eat? What do you like? I don't know. Ah, it's not what it's about. What would you give them to eat? And for you, Sushant, I would do exactly what that gourmet chef's given you. I would give you meat, I'd probably give you some rice, and I would probably give you some greens. And I would keep it very simple. Why? Because simplicity is what it's about for you in October. Okay? Why? So that's what it's symbolic. It's not about whether you like, oh, I'm vegetarian. It's nothing to do with the food on the plate. It's to do with this symbolic gesture. Okay. Sometimes we used to say, oh gosh, I'd give them a real sort of traditional English meal with all the trimmings. What does that mean? They're a traditional kind of person. I find change difficult. But if you said, oh, I'd give them spaghetti bolognese, it means their life is in a jumble. It's a symbolic meaning. And that is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my tarot courses online, just online, I beg your pardon, and when I'm sort of doing a little bit on YouTube for people to kind of have a taster of what the courses are about. You don't find anything like what's packed in sort of, I've done this for years. Not only did I really, really study, I ran a business. I founded a business, 250 psychics, and yeah. So, I had to support them. Oh gosh, I've got this customer and they're saying this, and I'm upset by what they said or by what I can't give them. Can you give me some help? Yeah, sure. That's kind of what I'm sort of my background is. Okay. So next, right. One day we'll come on for a chat. Sandra's coming on Halloween, and Victor, I want you to pop on Halloween, be a guest reader, do some readings for people, and we'll see how you're getting on with your courses. Victor, can you do yes or no questions maybe for us if you're still watching? Right, Moonlight. It's you, and then Anne-Marie, and then that's it. Okay, we're closing then. So, okay, it's been a lot quieter tonight because we weren't able to directly let people know in LinkedIn, and we weren't able to let people know at all in Facebook. We have so many Facebook users. Yeah. And Mari, you managed to find us, and so did Marcel. Okay, so that's wonderful. There's no real notification as per usual. So, Moonlight. Oh gosh, sorry, I've skipped one. And when that happens, if somebody actually starts throwing toys out of their pram and reading something into it, it will be blocked. I'm not putting up with that. It's a genuine mistake. I had somebody last week. I'd already read for them. I read it and I was like, don't want you, go. So I'm sorry, but I give my time. I don't, these readings are free. And I said they subscribe. I can tell that they don't. So, you know what? I don't need that. And I won't have it. It won't be tolerated. It's simple. Okay. I cannot completely answer what you're asking me. I can briefly give you a bit of an insight. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but there we go. Okay. Right. I do feel it's quite intense. Okay. A love life with your spouse. There's going to be a lot of up and downs. I do feel that there's a lot of transparency about sort of wanting, and I kind of feel that this is somebody that's ambitious and wants things, but if they want those things, I actually feel that maybe they will need to work 2 jobs. Okay. I do feel that the relationship is very well connected. There could be a sense of depth and intensity there that you may find really rewarding. I also feel that at times you could feel as if you need some time for yourself. Okay, it could be that full on. Okay, so there's a real sense here of somebody hardworking, somebody that's trying to make beautiful things around you, somebody that probably worships you. But being worshipped sometimes is not what it's about. We sometimes need to ground things and go, no, I'm human. Do not put me on a pedestal. So in a way, you might get frustrated with their kind of, I don't want to say obsession with you, but obsession with trying to please you. There's a big difference in that, okay? So, yeah, I feel that it's intense, and I feel that you may need to say, oh gosh, Go and have a nice time. I'm absolutely fine. Why don't you go and do that? No, no, I want to please you. And it's like, you're getting on my nerves. You need to go and do your own thing. I need time out and space too. So that intensity, they could be blind to the fact that they've been too much. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Right, Moonlight, sorry, coming back to you now. Okay, right. Okay. What's coming into life now? Moonlight, I always feel that I never get a chance to read for you. I could be wrong, but I kind of feel sometimes that I've not had the chance to get to you. I'm pleased that we're able to actually do that. I love your photo, by the way. Marvellous. Okay. Sorry again, I'm just trying to shuffle these a little bit more before I do my big old shuffle. Okay, what's coming up in life now? Pleasure. Ooh. Oh, lovely. Okay. Moonlight, you've also got the moon, okay? Based on that, the depth of who you are, okay? Let's do that. These cards are a little bit on the big side, so just have to kind of display them a wee bit differently there. Okay, right. Okay, so what have we got? We've got the fact that pleasure is coming in here in a very big way. Temptation, status, reputation, things that you have got the opportunity to do, things that are coming back to you from the past, because we've got the Three of Swords. Okay, so some opportunities, things that you've invested in, things that you've thought about, things that you've talked about, things that you've shared in communication with other people. It's to do with your work, it's to do with your finance, and it's also, let's face it, money is energy. And although it's kind of not particularly talking about money, it's saying that pleasures will be derived from your work. Okay, so I think it's the pleasure of work, but I see you being successful. That's the difference, you see. So then you've got the money to actually have the pleasures. I also feel status, ambitions, and reputations are being actualized. It's almost like a promotion's coming in here for you, based upon your depth, based upon your dedication, based upon the fact that you are loyal and they trust you. Okay, and that trust is really significant. I mean, I hope you can actually even sort of see that, that animal trusts that woman. Okay, if you look at that card, it says public defender. It's just a lovely image. The depth of you, okay, creatures around, you're trusted, you're well liked, you're grounded. Queen of Wands means trust, but it also means actions, and it's also saying you've already proved that. This is telling us what's been going on in the past, the urgency of what you've done, how well you've actually done it. Now you're getting the opportunity for that to all come together, to give you pleasure, to give you the status, the rewards. And you know what? When we're actually given the status and we've got the authority to be able to kind of call the shots, we feel different about ourselves. We feel that we've been acknowledged, we feel valued, and we are able then to be able to put a monetary value on what it is we're doing. And then we actually can turn around and go, I'm enjoying this because I'm good at it and people are appreciating that. And that's kind of what I've got coming up for you. Lovely to see you again. Thank you, Moonlight. And you're always so lovely and patient and never kick off. And I always feel that I never quite get to you. So I'm delighted that we've been able to do that. And as I said, lovely thumbnail. Okay. And Mary, last one. Okay. Will your finances improved? Okay. Let's take a look at that for you. Ooh. What a change this week has been. We were 39 degrees Celsius Monday, and I was sweltering. And then today, I went down to the same sort of part of our city, and well, oh, we've got Queen of Wands too. Hang on a minute. This is really lovely. Wow. And yeah, it's dropped right down, right down. Okay, right, yes, finances are going to get better. Why? Because I feel that you're being acknowledged within your career. Hierophant is actually turning around and saying, I feel somebody in authority is in a position here to give you a break, to give you what it is that you want. It is connected with work. I don't know what you did before, but it's showing that this is a step in a direction of work. And that's why I feel finances are coming in here. You've got the opportunity to do something. If it was connected in the industry of, shall we say, food, drink, or anything cultural. Now, by cultural, that can be languages, that can be art, that can be, restaurants of culture, French, Greek, whatever. You get my drift. Bed and breakfast, hotels, anything connected to that. It's saying that that's where your finances will make an improvement to do with work. And it is to do with work. Sorry, I haven't got anything here that's saying it's lucky or it's a windfall or that somebody's left you something or gifting you something. I'm sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to say to you is yes, it will improve. You've got to give it time because it feels as if it's not going to happen until about October, late October. I'd be more inclined to say November. I'm sorry, I'm married, but that's what I'm getting. All right, everybody, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful week. Let's have a quick look through the comments. That's it. If you would like a reading with me in the future, do please just subscribe to the channel. It's a lot easier than tonight. You see, I wasn't able to actually make an announcement in Facebook at all. So look at that. Hi, Lisa Sargent. I'm sorry I didn't see a question of Q from you, and if you typed it in here, I wouldn't have seen it. We've got to do the Q, but she came in from Facebook too, so interesting. Okay, lovely. We've got Victor, we've got Patsy, Sweet Fairies, Seashells. Sorry if I've gone past anybody. I can't pronounce that. Jayot, the long name. Victor, Seashells, Marcel. She's Aries. Niha Niha. Didn't get a chance to do anything because we didn't put Q there. Moonlight, we saw you. Sandra, lovely Sandra, thank you. Marcel, you're lovely. And Mary, lovely. Marcel's saying this resonates. How lovely of you to actually put that. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You haven't noticed anyone around you, must be work because I'm not socializing. Yeah, totally agree. That's what came up for you. You're welcome. Okay, short questions tonight. It felt to me we normally get through, gosh, so much more, but there was a reason for that. Lovely to have you all. Actually, got the same sort of number of people viewing. Perhaps you're just enjoying it. If you are somebody that likes to watch, do say hi. Just put a little sort of hi in the comments. People don't do that. Don't be shy. I will come back to you. I will see it at some point. And it's lovely that we are able to have this lovely little community. Thank you for your feedback. Absolutely love it when people say resonate and thank you like that. It makes it for me. And again, oh look, Sandra, thanks, and Marie for another brilliant reading. You see, Sherry, thank you. I love this. Sorry, Niha. We talked about why that wasn't there. Victor saying thank you, and again, Seashells saying thank you. And that just means something, as did Patsy, and then some new people coming in that just haven't, and it's energy, okay? The exchange of energy. I talk about this all the time. I'm not saying it for me, okay? Why? Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be here, all right? I wouldn't be here giving my time for free, putting this all together in the way that I am. Trying to teach people that the exchange, what you give is what you get back. And if you just take, you don't get the same back, and it's like, even though you may get a reading, the strength of your reading may be on the lowest revs going. Whereas if you amplify and you give gratitude, not so much to me, but you actually say thank you, and saying thank you for what we've got. I posted it, Facebook yesterday. I'm not having a pop at anyone. I'm just trying to teach you how it works. You know, if you do not give gratitude for the water or the food that you eat, or for the fact that you're with your person, your special person, your loved ones, your home, your basic right to be able to sleep in a bed and be comfortable, and be able to bathe and be able to wear something clean. We don't have to have a fortune, do we? But it's just the basic things. Saying thank you for that. Saying thank you even for the things that have actually sort of caused us problems, so that we've been able to kind of learn our lesson and grow through. We grow through difficulties and challenges. When we say thank you for things, it actually means that the universe keeps sending and going, we're doing something right, tells them they're getting it right. When we don't say anything, they've got no idea, you give them no feedback. So don't expect results, because it's not, we don't know if you wanted it or not. So we sent this, and it's a bit scattered, and it's all mixed up. So when we do that, it's not for me. My standards, if you think I'm saying that, okay, it is nice for somebody to actually thank you. I appreciate that very much. I really do. But I tell you, let's say thank you. It gets taken away from you. I've seen it a million times. I've been like this 30 years. So I just say to you, just remember to say thank you for the little things when you get out of bed in the morning. It's really, really important. Take care of yourselves, everybody. See you at the weekend for some tarot training. Got some great stuff coming up there. And, oh, right, I'll show you this. And that might help you make your mind up as to whether or not you want to look at our training on YouTube, or you want to dive in and go and look at the courses. Because they will take you to professional level, and they are not expensive. Go and look on my website. If anyone thinks they're expensive, I would say to you, get out of here. I mean it. Okay. See you soon. Take care. Bye, lovelies. See you next week.